Welcome to Watch Symposium. I'm Austin, and this is a custom video for WJ Watch's Journey. He has his own YouTube channel, link in the description. You can see firsthand some videos of his watches. All right. Dear Austin, as a fan of your channel content and the thoughts that you put into your watch journey and the in-depth advice to other watch enthusiasts, I'm excited for your thoughts and advice on my next purchase. I've started my horological path in 2019 and feel my collection has grown fast, perhaps too fast. But I was able to build a collection and couldn't resist the opportunities. I've contacted about 30 ADs across Europe, and after many disappointing reactions, I finally managed to build a relationship with a domestic AD and a foreign AD. He lives in Europe, so he's pretty close to other countries. So he writes about this foreign AD who accepted remote purchasing and shipping abroad. Wow, that's awesome. All right, before we get to his watches, let me just tell you a little bit about him. He's 40 years old. He didn't come from a moneyed family. He's worked to get his watches and worked to get where he is, and that makes the acquisition of his collection all the more satisfying. Look, a huge part of getting these watches is the accomplishment. In fact, it's all about the accomplishment. If your rich dad buys them all for you, it might be good for your Instagram page, but it's not really going to satisfy you the way it does to really work and acquire these pieces. The accomplishment is a huge part of it. He's married, he's got a child on the way, coming in May, a son. My first daughter was born May 11th. So let me know, WJ, when your son comes. And he's a family man. He loves Rolexes, loves other watches as well, but that's who we're dealing with. Here are my watch purchases in chronological order. 2019 August, so summer of 2019, a date just 41. That's reference 126334. Rhodium dial, fluted bezel, Jubilee bracelet, new in stickers, paid 5% premium before the Rolex MSRP increase at a respected grade dealer. All right, so this is the iconic version of the date just with a Jubilee bracelet, fluted bezel. Again, the rhodium dial, great everyday watch. You got the date. Now again, it's a 41 millimeter date just. Some people like the 36. I think I would probably go 36, but that's just a personal opinion. On a side note, I'm tired of the 42 millimeter versus 40 millimeter Explorer debate. It depends on who you are. The 42 millimeter Explorer 2 doesn't fit on me, all right? And the 40 millimeter, if you're a big guy, it's not gonna fit as well as the 42 millimeter. So the whole debate is really dependent on who's wearing the watch, okay? And so I think this is a relatively tall guy we're talking about, I think. So the 41 is probably what he should have gone with. And so great first purchase. It's too bad that he couldn't have gotten it at an authorized dealer and worked on that relationship building. All right, so winter of that year, November 2019, he got a Yachtmaster 40. This is reference 126622, blue dial, and he paid retail at a domestic AD. Okay, good. He bought it at an authorized dealer, paid retail for it, new box and papers, unpolished, minty, and he's got a blue dial now. He's got a rotating bezel. It's a sporty watch, but it's got those dress elements. It's on an oyster bracelet, so great second piece to add. Now, just a month later, December 2019, he added an AP Royal Oak 15500 ST black dial. He paid retail at the AD, and this was before the AP price increase, which I didn't even know about. I don't know anything about AP. If you're trying to build a well-rounded, respectable watch collection to the typical watch collector or a typical watch enthusiast, you'd probably want an AP and a Patek and a Vacheron and a Rolex, and there are certain brands you'd want, and of those brands you'd want the iconic piece. So he's got his Royal Oak. anything nice I could say about the Royal Oak is probably going to come from other people, because it's not that I don't like the watch. Worse, I have no feelings one way or the other. It totally unaffects me. All right, that's small tangent. If you'll afford me that, that's something I used to struggle with. I'm pretty Rolex centric, and my interest is pretty limited to Rolexes, and I used to feel anxious about that and think, I mean, I wish I was a more well-rounded guy for the channel. I think it would be better if I could appreciate other watches. And then one day I said, why? Screw it. I like what I like, and it might be strange to you guys, it probably is, for me to look at a Royal Oak and just be like, I might as well be looking at your grandmother's crocheting, seriously. So I'm not really interested in the actual watch. Now, what I would be interested in is to talk to a person who has a Royal Oak and find out what it was about the watch that drew them to it. What's the attraction? That would be very interesting. But as far as the actual Royal Oak and AP, again, please show me your grandmother's crocheting first. Weird, I know, as a watch guy saying that is kind of odd, but I'm pretty Rolex centric and I've embraced it, okay? There's some Omegas I can deal with and some Grand Seikos perhaps, some Pateks, but AP is just one of those. I mean, man, you might as well be breaking out the Squale catalog, really. All right, but anyway, it's a good watch, okay, and it's a milestone that he has it, and, in the watch collecting world, you get a thumbs up from everybody else. You get a shrug of the shoulders from me, all right? So, July 2020, he gets back on the Rolex train. He gets a Submariner 14060. That's the 40 millimeter ceramic no date sub. And he paid retail for that at a foreign AD. All right, so good buying there. And so he's got his no date watch, dive watch. He's got his on the boat watch with his Yachtmaster, his in the water watch with his no date sub, clean three-hander, a wind and wear as some call it. So there you go. And then that same year, 2020, in December, he got his best piece. Oh, this is his most recent piece. I'm jealous. GMT Master 2 BLNR on a Jubilee bracelet. He paid retail at a foreign AD. Good buying. Congratulations. Awesome piece. All right. What can we say about that? Well, he's got his Jubilee bracelet now. He's got his GMT function. He's got another rotating bezeled watch. Can you ever have enough informational bezels? I think not. He's got a date with that. And that's a fantastic piece. And like I said, his strongest piece, period. All right, and that is what WJ has in his watch collection. Fantastic 5-piece collection. You're getting to what I think is a good limit for a watch collection. Well-rounded, all right? Different dial colors. He's got a dress watch in the Datejust. He's got a dive watch in the Submariner. He's got an on-the-boat watch with his Yachtmaster. And he's got a GMT function watch. Of course, he's missing a chronograph. And I'll just tell you right now, he's on the list for a Daytona, so that'll take care of that. But it's a nice collection, good size, but he wants to add another piece. He writes, I've contacted this foreign AD, and this must be the foreign AD where he got his no-date sub and this most recent GMT Master 2 BLNR. And the following watches are available to purchase sometime in 2021. And he's narrowed it down to 3 watches. So he's going to be adding one of the following 3. Explore 39 millimeter. Or the Explorer 2 Polar, or the new model if it comes out. And then number 3, Sea Dweller Deep Sea, also known as the James Cameron, which is Rolex's biggest watch, 44 millimeters, and it's the only watch with a gradient dial. So very cool aspect of that watch. And then he writes he's also registered for a Daytona white dial, as I mentioned before, but he said this could take several years. And he said he offered to buy it in combination with a small ladies' Datejust to hopefully speed up the process. It'll probably come, so just be patient on that. Wait for that. He says, which of these 3 watches would you advise, or perhaps another model and why. Thank you for your time and consideration. Keep up the great work. Thank you, WJ, for watching my channel and for this custom video request. All right, guys, this concludes part 1. We're going to actually answer his question in part 2 because I really need to set aside a whole video for that because it's a deceptively simple question trying to decide between these 3 watches. But in the meantime, drop a comment in the comment section. Let Watch's Journey know what you think. Check out his channel and stay tuned to the next video because it's going to be really interesting. I go ballistic on one of these watches. I'm going to ruffle a lot of feathers. I'm going to piss a lot of people off, but it needs to be done. It needs to be said. But until then, let me know what you think. Take care. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.